Hello, everyone. Welcome to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea, where we discuss the latest celebrity tea in the news. And we do it live every weekday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at AuntieDerek.com. I'm your host, Auntie Derek, and today is Tuesday, July 21st. So with me on the mic, I have my fabulous co-host. So we're going to start with my Icy Chili. Hello, my love.
Hello.
Yes, let's put up your bootleg name tag. Now I'm gonna get better with these name tags, y'all. I promise. But we just doing what my best Mariah Carey impression. You doing the best I can with what I got.
Facts.
Okay. And next we have the incomparable, gorgeous Moon. Hello, my love.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. And shout out to my listeners holding it down in the chat as well. Let me get y'all a little name tag. Now I don't think I need to change this one. This is cute. I like this one. So I'm gonna keep this. But y'all, I have us some good old hot, fresh tea to sip. So let's go ahead and dive right in.
Tea time.
Yes, and you know I like to annoy y'all with the latest Tootsie Roll news, honey.
Tootsie Roll need to put it away, okay?
No, he giving it out like it's Halloween, honey.
Mm.
Well, you all should see where it says here by way of TMZ. Diddy wants woman who sued him to pay for frivolous lawsuit.
Next.
And remember, this is we've actually talked about this lawsuit before. This is the one that involves his son Christian about that yacht where they were allegedly doing weird shit on that yacht.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah.
hmm well, Diddy says one of the lawsuits against him is so baseless that he's now asking a judge to make the woman who sued him and her lawyers to pay up. According to docs obtained by TMZ, Diddy's asking a federal judge to sanction Grace O'Marcaigh and her attorneys, claiming they filed what he calls a frivolous amended complaint against him even after a judge ruled California courts don't have personal jurisdiction over him. In the filing, Diddy's lawyers argue O'Marcaigh's amended complaint simply repackaged these same jurisdictional arguments the court had already rejected instead of fixing the problems identified by the judge. They say O'Marcaigh and her lawyers ignored the court's ruling, forcing Diddy to spend more money defending what they call a meritless case. He's asking the judge to hit them with sanctions, including attorney's fees and costs. O'Marcaigh's attorneys disagree. In letters attached to the filing, they argued the amended complaint added new allegations they believe tie Combs to California through the yacht charter at the center of the lawsuit. They also say the judge gave them permission to amend the complaint and insist the sanctions request is without merit. As TMZ previously reported, Omar K. sued Diddy and his son, Christian King Combs, over an alleged 2022 incident aboard a yacht in the Caribbean. She claims Christian sexually assaulted her while she worked as a steward aboard the vessel and alleges Sean bears civil responsibility for what happened. Sean has denied the allegations. Oh, child, just a family full of predators, allegedly. Allegedly. Well, the boys, at least. The girls just doing a little lawsuit right now, so. Not lawsuit, they fashion line, excuse me. Well, that's that on that. He wants it. He believes it's frivolous and wants it thrown out.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Girl. Just like Chili said, next.
Mm-hmm.
Well, honey, this is some tea I could not wait to discuss on today's show, honey. Malcolm Jamal Warner, y'all Theo Huxtable, honey. Girl.
He did what? Why a year later? After his,
Well,
I mean, it's the
and yesterday
anniversary
we actually
yesterday.
make it 1 year to the day that he passed away. 1 year because he
Exactly.
who actually has it's actually his wife and his mom that are currently.
Mm,
You shall all see here by way of TMZ. Cosby Show Malcolm Jamal Warner's widow sues his mom, seeks $1.2 million from family trust.
mm.
And Moon, do me a favor, honey. When you're not talking, mute because I hear an echo. All right. So Malcolm Jamal Warner's widow says the late Cosby Show star left behind $1.2 million in broken promises when he died, and she's suing his mother to try to collect. According to the new lawsuit obtained by TMZ, Tanisha Warner is suing Malcolm's mother, Pamela Warner, who now serves as trustee of the Warner Family Trust. Tanisha claims Malcolm, best known for his role of Theo Huxtable, agreed to provide her with a number of financial benefits under a prenuptial agreement they signed in May 2022, just days before tying the knot. But she says he failed to follow through on several of the promises before his death. According to the suit, Malcolm agreed to maintain a $1 million life insurance policy, naming Tanisha as the sole beneficiary, but she claims he never purchased or maintained the policy. Tanisha also alleges Malcolm failed to make annual tax free payments of $16,000, fund a Roth RIA for her, or pay her a $5,000 monthly salary for serving as chief of staff and assistant during the marriage. She says the unpaid obligations total at least $1,276,042.46, including $1 million for the life insurance policy, more than $50,000 in anniversary payments, 30,500 for the IRA, and 195,000 in unpaid salary. Tanisha believes Malcolm's estate does not have enough assets to cover the alleged debt, so she wants the court to allow her to recover the money from his family trust. She is also seeking interest, attorney fees, and an order barring Pamela from handing out any money or property from the trust while the case plays out. TMZ broke the story. Malcolm drowned while vacationing in Costa Rica on July 20th, 2025, and he was only 54. Tanisha filed the lawsuit exactly 1 year after his death. When I tell you Tanisha is, I'm sorry, this is so. I,
Well, yeah. I
Cause it's like
I
I
saw
definitely
she
believe she deserves, what she is, but it's like, girl.
yeah. Money, when people die, money is a funny thing. I'm like, all of a sudden, this is all these things. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
And it's like, okay, so what were you? Did you marry him for the money? No, okay, so I totally get a prenuptial agreement, and she's saying like we signed a prenuptial agreement back in May 2022 that he did not honor. But it's like a lot. I need a lawyer to explain this to me. But I'm sorry because it's like this is a lot.
Well, it ain't. It's basically when folks die, and it don't even matter if they have a lot of money or no money. People get crazy. When my daddy died, my nigga ain't have shit. But let me tell you, there was brothers and sisters coming to pillage. It's just the nature of the beast of when people pass away, people get crazy,
Girl, thank you
cray
for
cray.
bringing that word back. I have not heard the word pillage in a long time. And you know what? It just made me smile for some reason. I don't know why.
I'm
You
Why
have a
laughing at
question. Were those
the
promises on paper? Based off of this article, it seems so because I guess um, they're alleging she signed this prenuptial agreement in May 2022, just days before they got married.
yeah, it'd be on paper. But why sue his family though? I mean, whatever assets he left behind in the marriage, I get it. That's hers, whatever. But suing the family trust for things he promised, they didn't promise that. He promised that. So I I'm with you, Auntie. It's like I don't know, girl.
mm
Is she destitute? Is she having problems? Is something happening that she needs the money or?
Mm-mm. Probably not. She just wants the money. You know how people get about money when people die. Mm-mm.
You know what? Oh, I have no proof of this, but Regina King, honey, she probably back into like, good bitch. That's what the fuck you get. Fuck you and your legacy.
Ooh.
Allegedly.
We have a comment saying the family trust is where the estate went, so she has to sue the estate. But why would their marital assets go to the family estate when? Why wouldn't they go to her as his wife? Like, yeah, we need answers. Like, where did his assets go? Where did his monies go after he passed? Did it go into that trust?
Yeah, because I said probably part of his will. Yeah, because based off from how I understood this story is like so there was like some in his trust, I guess, for her, but it wasn't enough to cover what was in the prenuptial
What
agreement.
promise? Yeah.
Mm.
Uh, girl, so now she's suing the man, mama, girl, and they only married when he died. They were only married for 3 years.
Oh,
Like, oh, mm,
Mm.
he
like
got
I said,
kids though.
Oh, they got kids. Oh yeah, he did have that.
Just
Because he
one
was
That
kid.
swimming with.
yeah.
Yeah.
And see, and then that's gonna make it weird. Mm, mm, mm. I don't like
Hey puppy, welcome.
He
Yeah,
is.
like if you are an attorney listening at the moment, please like hit me up at auntie@auntiederek.com because I just have some questions like and I want to make sure I don't misspeak. So let's say, isn't it how he died? He was trying to save his daughter from drowning. Yes, I think I remember that detail. I remember the drowning part. I just didn't remember how in Costa Rica. Well, y'all, so it looks like our next story, it looks like Christopher Blake Griffith got what he wanted from Stefan. Those
that.
messages and text messages and stuff that he asked the court to have Stefan produce. And you all should see where it says here by way of TMZ. Stefan Diggs' male accuser obtains NFL stars' text using them as evidence in legal fight. So, mhm. Well, Stefan Diggs' male sexual assault accuser, Christopher Griffith, says he now has hard evidence proving the NFL star coordinated the LA beatdown on him, TMZ has learned. Christopher filed court docs saying he plans to add new allegations to his lawsuit against Stefan using the evidence handed over by Diggs during discovery in the case. He said he now has text messages and phone records from Stefan's assistant showing coordination of the attack, including logistical correspondence about booking flights and hotel arrangements with one of Chris's assailants on the day he was attacked. Griffith says the phone logs also show Diggs made a call to the same assailant during the attack and says it's from the moment surveillance footage showed the alleged assailant on his phone in Griffith's apartment building. Christopher also wants to add a claim of defamation against Stefan over a post he recently made on social media in which Stefan seemingly addressed the legal battle with Christopher, writing, "Mama's a nigga is lying on my name because he got caught stealing." Stefan added, "Trying to act like this nigga is a victim because he is lying is crazy." Christopher said the message was defamatory. Christopher added it all into an amended complaint in his battle with Stefan, where he claims Stefan drugged and sexually assaulted him in May 2023 at his Maryland home. He claimed he rejected Stefan's advances. Christopher claims Stefan and his brother had a group of other men brutally assault him a week later in an effort to keep him silent. Stefan was the one to sue first, claiming Christopher ruined his reputation by claiming he assaulted him. Mm-mm. So he's using those text messages. That's why he wanted to do that because we thought it was like to expose him for but no, according to this article, he was using that to confirm that it logistical correspondence that he was able to purchase flights, hotel rooms, and stuff for this man to be attacked at his apartment building. It's not a good stuff on you. What I don't like though is how Chris, because I feel like if I'm in the middle of a lawsuit, right, I'm not going to keep going around doing interviews. This man just did an interview with Vlad TV, and it's like, sir, but on Vlad, I don't think he was talking. I didn't. I only the clip that I saw because I'm sure it was an entire interview, like maybe an hour long or something. But I only saw like maybe a 2 minute clip where he was talking about his relationship with Gervonta Davis. So, yeah, and when I say relationship, like working relationship, not anything, sexual. So that's that on that, honey. Like I said, I'll follow this case like I've been doing and keep y'all updated with the latest. Ooh, just like this one. We've been following this one. Offset. Remember, Offset was in trouble for allegedly attacking a security guard at a dispensary. We actually discussed on our April 28th show. He wanted that lawsuit to be dismissed because he claimed that the security guard name was Jim Sanchez, and he claimed that Jim spat on him, which is what caused the altercation. Well, you all should see I have just shared here by way of TMZ. Offset sentence over assault at LA weed shop and gets community service. So Offset scored a light sentence as part of the criminal case accusing the rapper of assaulting a weed shop security guard. TMZ has learned. Court records obtained by TMZ show Offset, whose real name is Kiari Cephas, was ordered to serve 12 months of probation. In addition, Offset was ordered to stay away from the weed dispensary where the scrap took place, not make threats against any person, and not own or possess any dangerous weapon. Offset will also have to pay an undetermined amount restitution, perform community service, and complete an anger management class. As TMZ first reported, Offset was charged with assault over a March 2025 incident where he was accused of attacking a guard named Jim Sanchez at Mad Men LAX. The guard claimed Offset was hostile when asked to show his ID. He said Offset hit him in the face and had others attack him. The guy claims he was hospitalized and suffered injuries. For his part, Offset denied the allegations and said the guard spit on him, which started the altercation. All right, so 12 months of probation, and he can't go back to that weed dispensary, can't make not one threat against anybody, and cannot own or possess any dangerous weapon. And then he will have to pay an undetermined amount of restitution, perform community service, and complete an anger management class. Maybe he need an anger management class.
He ain't gonna make it. He gonna get caught slipping carrying a gun, child. That's
I didn't want to say it out loud.
well, I'm just saying he ain't gonna make it.
I'm like, he got to be on his best behavior for a year, a whole 12 months. Oh, based off of the offset, based on the offset that we know and we have read about. Moon, I think you are absolutely right, honey. Well, that's that on that. uh this next story, y'all. I'm telling you, if I ever get in some trouble, which will not happen because I'm not an idiot, but if I ever get it where I have to fight for my freedom or have to be extradited to another country like the Tate brothers, honey, I want their attorney. What I tell you, he is really fighting for them, honey. Like he, it is hilarious to me. You all should see where it says here by way of TMZ, Tate brothers 100% fighting UK extradition. Their lawyers say, girl. So Andrew and Tristan Tate are gearing up for a major legal battle because their lawyer says they're 100% fighting the extradition back to the United Kingdom. Lawyer Joseph McBride tells TMZ fighting extradition is a high bar, but he'll argue there are special circumstances why the brothers should not be sent back. He says they're not a flight risk, pointing to what he calls their total compliance with the courts over the past 3 years. According to McBride, they haven't missed a single court date in either their Romanian human trafficking case or Palm Beach defamation case. McBride says the brothers were startled when U.S. Marshals in plain clothes wearing vests and badges approached them during Saturday's arrest and ordered them to put their hands behind their backs. He says it doesn't feel good for the brothers who were jet setting around and hanging out with supermodels on yachts to suddenly find themselves in what he describes as a smelly jail. McBride says they spent Sunday in solitary confinement, calling it cruel and unusual punishment, though he says U.S. Marshals told him they'll be moved into general population. The Tate brothers were arrested in Miami after U.S. Marshals executed a UK extradition warrant seeking to return them across the pond, where prosecutors have accused them of rape, human trafficking, and other alleged sex crimes. The brothers have repeatedly denied all allegations. McBride calls the U.S. case politically motivated, saying the brothers are American citizens with the First Amendment right to say whatever they want and not go to jail. He claims authorities from the United Kingdom are misusing the justice system, politically kidnapping and putting them in an English gulag. McBride says the brothers knew they weren't out. I'm sorry. McBride says they knew. I'm sorry. McBride says the brothers knew they weren't getting out at Monday's hearing and are now digging in and getting ready for a meaningful fight. I cannot believe they would do this to these two alleged rapists. They were just hanging out with models on supermodels on yachts, and now they have to go to a smelly jail. And Andrew had to take off them tight ass pants and put on some socks. Oh no.
52 counts. 52 counts.
Exactly.
52. And mind you, this is on top of all the other accusations that they've been doing. So you mean to tell me y'all keep getting called sex traffickers, but y'all ain't sex trafficking? Mm.
Exactly. We have a comment. That's not how the First Amendment works. They should be jailed till they learn how it actually works. Smelly jails. Yes, honey. Yes. Because I feel like, and there is really a misunderstanding of that First Amendment right. People truly realize because like what First Amendment says, what freedom of speech means to be specifically is that you cannot be or not supposed to be. With the current administration we have now, it's a little iffy. But you're not supposed to be prosecuted by your government. That doesn't keep you from being arrested. That doesn't keep you from being punched in the mouth. It doesn't keep you from losing jobs. It just keep you from being prosecuted by the government. So,
Mhm.
I mean, this is
It's
ninth grade
supposed to
civics,
be.
y'all.
The way Trump is pushing them boundaries right now, having
Mhm.
FBI show up at journalists' homes, going through families, subpoenas, families' phone records and shit like that. We under
Mhm.
attack, folks. Y'all better wake up.
Y'all ready to talk about some sports ball, honey? We Auntie Derek only talks about sports ball when it's juicy and when it got when it intersects with hot topics, honey. So we literally what we just talked about Ryan Clark, how Puka Nakua's ex child's mother, alleged she said that he what he said about her caused her to want to commit suicide or something like that. But
Mm-hmm.
this actually has nothing to do with that, honey. They done fired Ryan Clark because I actually thought initially it had something to do with that, but no, it appears that it does not. And you all should see where it says here by way of TMZ. Ryan Clark disappears from ESPN's NFL Live after layoff reported mid-show. Girl,
Nasty work. The
nasty work, honey.
nastiest. Mm.
And let me just take a quick second to look at this fine man in this thumbnail. This is such a good looking man, I have to say. Well, anyway. Well, Ryan Clark was doing his job when he found out he no longer had one. The NFL player turned ESPN analyst disappeared from NFL Live mid show after a report was published stating he was impacted by a round of layoffs at the network. The Athletic dropped the news on Monday, stating the former Steelers defensive back was being let go. But there was one problem. The network wasn't planning to break it to Clark himself until Tuesday morning. With the cat out of the bag and Clark's phone likely blowing up over the development, producers elected for a lengthy commercial break. In fact, the show cut to a pre produced package once it came back, marking an unusual amount of time without any talent appearing on camera. No word from ESPN just yet, but the report pointed to a pass on air interaction on the pass on air interaction the ex player had with Peter Schrager in September 2025, where he referred to his colleague as a non player as a tipping point. It got heated during that show, with Schrager defending himself and telling Clark not to belittle him. Clark, who appeared on numerous ESPN shows for 10 years, later apologized, but it appeared the damage was done. He broke his silence on social media this morning, providing a proof of life. Before the madness of yesterday, I woke up, got in my Tundra, drove to Planet Fitness, and got to work, Clark said. The rest of the day was eventful, but the journey continues. My peace is with God, and my humility comes from within. I'll continue to build myself so the world can never strip me of what's real. Oh, child. Well, child. And it's like, okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. So because they have the clips that they were referring to in this article, how they cut mid air. I didn't know what the hell I was looking at. Y'all might know how this looks better than me. Some people are alleged because you see how the like they all knew Ryan Clark got fired by ESPN mid show. NFL Live hit a commercial break, came back, and he was gone. See how the whole panel is nodding along, and Ryan was the last to find out. So let's take a look at this clip.
Patrick Ricard, so we could
Yeah.
get those big packages along with Cam Scatterboo that were huge.
See, I don't. Again, I don't know what I was looking at. So, uh,
I mean, that wasn't nothing. I don't know. That's a nothing burger, but okay.
and this is the what they're saying led to, and this discussion because I don't think. But then again, I'm not in that sports world. But what he said wasn't offensive. He said, "I used to play, and I'm coming from a position of a player. You did not play, but y'all judge for yourself."
This morning,
are you feeling okay? You look at AJ Brown, which is this number one wide receiver who got one target all night, and then you got CeeDee Lamb.
But that's the when was the one target?
That's the target. But I'm saying,
when was the one
I'm
target?
saying you could have it both ways.
54 seconds left in the game on 2nd and 11. It was the one target. He runs the out
You
route.
wake up this
The
morning
corners
saying
got
AJ
outside
Brown
leverage.
had a better day than CeeDee Lamb.
But you know what you wake up saying though? AJ Brown's team is 1-0.
Of course,
Right? Like,
I mean,
like that's what
I get it.
But the thing is this though, and we shouldn't do this on TV. And so I apologize if people think this is rude. That's the non-player.
Oh,
view.
stop! That's no. That CeeDee Lamb is.
And let me tell you why. I'm not saying
I'm not looking at fantasy football, Ryan. I'm not. Don't belittle me like that. I could come in and say, as 3x players are saying one thing, and give an alternative perspective that maybe CeeDee Lamb did play well. And
Peter, what I need for you to do is not get mad and let me finish for one.
Okay, go on.
It wasn't about you. It was going to be about me.
Okay.
As a player, I can't speak for CeeDee Lamb. I'm speaking for.
I mean, what y'all think? Like,
So he hurt a mediocre white man's feelings. I
yeah.
mean, I
It was a
mean,
big deal.
shit. I was the player. I know. I actually did the job. I could speak on it.
I don't think it was
I
that
know.
bad.
I guess.
Yeah, me
He looked like
neither.
he called his daddy and had somebody get him laid off. That's the look he had.
Mm.
Mm.
Well,
Yeah.
there is more. Ryan, he added more. He speaks out, and you all should see where it says here by way of TMZ. Ryan Clark speaks out amid ESPN layoffs, sends prayer to impacted colleagues. So Ryan Clark is sending some words of encouragement to all of his coworkers getting axed from ESPN, saying he hopes they all land on their feet while admitting he knows exactly what they're going through. The former Pittsburgh Steelers defensive back and an ex ESPN talent went to Twitter to share his kind message on Tuesday, saying, sending prayers and love to all of those laid off today by ESPN. So many of you have poured your life into that company, and I know how you're feeling right now. My hope is as this door closes, another opens for you all. God bless. Some big names are reportedly out of a job, including Clark, Carl Revich, Tom Pelissero, David Lloyd, and more. And the list is growing. Clark getting laid off was the most notable, largely because of how it went down. News of the move went public while he was on air for NFL Live on Monday. Clark worked for the network for more than a decade, appearing on numerous shows. The Athletic reported ESPN wasn't happy with how Clark went after colleague Peter Schrager in an ordinary argument in September 2025. He also went to Instagram on Tuesday, like we just said, saying, before the madness of yesterday, I woke up, got in my Tundra, drove to Planet Fitness, and got to work. The rest of the day was eventful, but the journey continues. My peace is with God, and my humility comes from within. I'll continue to build myself so the world can never strip me of what's real. Mm-mm. So yeah, he said, I know exactly what y'all going through, and it said so far the names who have been laid off from ESPN: Carl Revich, Tom Pelissero, David Lloyd, and I can actually tell you now, Cam Newton. Cam Newton was also laid off. They TMG just reported, like literally while we were just recording.
Wow.
And you all should see where it says here by way of
He
TMZ.
just got that show.
Girl, hello.
Damn, who's left? I mean, it
Stephen
couldn't
A.
have been.
Smith.
And Peter
Oh,
Schrager.
oh.
Well, y'all see here TMZ. Cam Newton reportedly fired by ESPN. Latest big layoff at network. Well,
Wow.
yep, girl. Cam Newton is out at the at the worldwide leader, the latest casualty in a round of cuts that claimed the jobs of some of the most prominent figures in sports media. The former NFL MVP was laid off this week, according to TMZ sports sources, a surprising move from the powers that be in Bristol. Newton was only with ESPN for a few years. He signed on in late 2024, but found success opposite Stephen A. Smith during the NFL season, where he was Stephen A. Smith's main debate partner on First Take. Newton was elevated into the premier spot after Shannon Sharp parted ways with ESPN last year. But now Cam's out and he's not alone. Also swept in the layoffs with Ryan Clark, which we just talked about, and the legendary Carl Revich. Several NFL network employees were also fired. ESPN owns and operates the network, including NFL analyst Charles Davis and reporter Tom Pelissero. Newton, who earned over 133 million as an NFL star, is completely without work. The retired signal caller hosts two successful podcasts, Fourth and One and Funky Friday. Cam's arguably the biggest name to go, but he likely won't be the last as layoffs continue. Outkick was the first to break the news. Damn, homie. We have a comment saying ESPN is owned by Disney. Mhm. They sure are. And even tried to force that shit on me, honey, in Disney Plus. I'm like, oh, it's the ESPN section. I'm like, okay, well, how is there a way that I can like customize my profile so I won't have to see this? Because I know, YouTube TV, they let you customize your channel list. I took every motherfucking sports related channel off my list. I don't want to see that shit. Get it
That's
out of
what
here.
I did with Fox. Fox was, ooh, I had to get that off. Don't put that on my thing.
No,
But it to be quite as kept, ESPN has been laying off people left and right for years, honestly, because people aren't consuming sports analyst stuff on TV like they used to. So they don't have, you know, the viability that they once used to have. So this is not a new thing that they're doing. It just why they still have Stephen A. Smith is my only question. So go
because
ahead.
they gonna always keep the tap dancing nigga, the watermelon slurping coon. They gonna always keep that.
I feel
Bro.
bad he had to find out on the air though. I mean, they didn't intend for that to happen. Well, they shouldn't have fired people during the show. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And won't gonna say anything about it. Had the Athletic not wrote that piece about it, they would have waited until Tuesday.
Well, I think somebody leaked it. That's what had happened.
Mm.
So the cat had gotten out of the bag. So it was just all fucked up all the way around.
Yeah. So he
So I
probably
guess
walked
to avoid
out,
him finding out while literally on the show, like from his phone that he had been laid off.
which he
I
did. He probably
uh,
just walked off. I mean, I would too.
no, I think they told him. I think
Yeah, but I'm
that.
saying he probably found out before they actually. You don't
Mm,
think he knew before they cut to the commercial?
I don't
I
think
don't
so.
know. I don't think
Mm.
so. I
Uh,
think that's what they why they ended up telling him, but right before the piece had broke
yeah, they had to
to
come
beat them.
beat it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Wow.
which is fucked up. I mean, either way, it's still fucked up. No,
It is.
whether how you slice it, it's fucked up.
It's fucked up.
All the way.
I love the It's Fucked Up song. It's fucked up. Hey.
Because it is. I don't care how you slice that. It's not no bueno.
Yeah, and you're right. They're not watching the sports analysts on TV. They listening to Auntie Derek talk about sports. I don't know why. Again, I don't know how in the hell that happened. I really don't. But I'm grateful, and to that I say thank y'all. Maybe they just like to hear because they know I ain't got no dog in nobody's fight, and I'm just saying what it is. I don't have no special feelings towards anybody's team or whatever. So maybe that's the reason. I don't know. But welcome.
Or, you keep them updated on these little raggedy ass dudes that be beating and doing essaying the
Mhm.
spouses because they ain't talking about that on the other
Oh
things,
no.
not like
In fact,
that.
they usually actually encourage that shit.
Yeah,
Or like
so
bury it.
because
Okay.
that's mostly what we be talking about. We be talking about the fucked up shit that they be doing.
Yes, honey. And as much shit I talk about cis at men, honey, I don't know why they be saying. But again, like to that I say thank y'all. Welcome.
Well, you ain't the
Everybody's
only
welcome here.
one
Just
on here that be I drag them bad.
okay. Yes, everybody's welcome at Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea. Just keep it cute. Girl, do y'all remember when did we talk about this lady? This was you probably don't remember because this was so long ago, but We talked about her on my September 8th show of last year. There was a woman by the name of Kelly Davis. She is now the ex-wife of what was his name? Um uh Thomas Davis. So Thomas Davis, she Kelly Davis, she's the one who went up to this woman's job at a chiropractor. She's Dr. Laura Waterman. Went up to her job and smacked the shit out of her. I don't know if y'all remember us
Oh
talking about that.
yeah, I remember that
Oh,
story.
okay. Well, we have an update, and you all should see. I have just shared by way of TMZ. Former NFL star Thomas Davis's ex-wife cut deal in assault case. So let's get into it, honey. Former NFL linebacker Thomas Davis's ex-wife cut a deal in her assault case, avoiding a criminal trial over an alleged attack on a woman she believed had hooked up with the athlete. Kelly Davis entered a pretrial diversion program Monday and agreed to complete a cognitive behavioral intervention course, stay away from alleged victim Laura Waterson, and pay $1,380 in restitution, according to North Carolina court records obtained by the California Post. Kelly's attorney, James J. Exum, told the outlet the charge will be dismissed if she completes every condition of the program, calling it a very fair resolution for someone with no criminal history. As TMZ Sports previously reported, Kelly was arrested in September and charged with misdemeanor assault and battery after Laura claimed Kelly showed up at her Charlotte chiropractic office, punched her in the chest, and struck her multiple times in the head. Kelly ultimately told us she did hit Laura, but claimed she acted in self defense after Laura grabbed her arm and dug her nails into it. Kelly told us she went to the office to confront Laura about allegedly sleeping with Thomas, but insisted the incident was not fueled by jealousy. I don't want that man, Thomas, back in my life ever again, Kelly told TMZ at the time. Kelly and Thomas married in 2008 and separated in March 2024, with Kelly later accusing him in court documents of cheating with at least 6 women during their marriage. In December 2025, their divorce was finalized. Thomas, the 14th overall pick in the 2005 NFL Draft, is best known for his 13 years with the Carolina Panthers. He made 3 Pro Bowls and registered over 1,000 total tackles. He also played for the Chargers and the Commanders for in his 16-year NFL career. Kelly and Thomas are the parents of Notre Dame linebacker Thomas Davis Jr. And remember, we actually talked about Kelly's mugshot because her mugshot was like, and I'll do it again, God damn it. Y'all see it?
Well, but ma'am, you can't say you wasn't jealous when you up at this whole lady's office. Ma'am. Mm-mm. That's
I,
not how that works.
yeah, maybe it's a little jealous, but based off of how and I could be wrong because how I read it is that this is a chiropractor that's really close with the family and works with both the husband and the son. So they had more of a professional relationship that turned friendly. And
Okay, then you know your husband. Okay, but still, if you wasn't jealous, then why you up there?
and
If you was jealous,
it depends because I don't know if you building a friend. It's kind of like with Tammy and Evelyn Lozada, where Evelyn was trying to build a friendship with Tammy the whole time. She knew that she fucked her man and didn't tell about it while they was together. And Tammy felt betrayed. Like I was trying to build, and then Evelyn gonna come back. Well, you a non-factor, bitch. Oh, excuse me. I would have popped Evelyn her shit too. Like, who was you
well,
talking to,
Tammy would
girl?
have popped her for that part. But you still didn't have to show up to the lady's job if you didn't want nobody to think you was jealous.
Mm, yeah.
Now
So
I
yeah,
get it. If
maybe there
somebody
was a little bit of.
disrespect you, yeah, yeah, you say some shit, but girl,
Yeah, I don't believe her. She was jealous.
Yeah.
She was mad. She was jealous. Whatever the reason, she had no reason. If she didn't want the man, she had no reason to be there. Like she say,
that
she
part.
didn't want him. She had no reason.
Well, then why you at that lady job?
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Mm, maybe we'll learn more about because I think there was a friendship trying to be built, and you all up in my face smiling and shit whole time you was fucking my nipple.
Then you should have got her on site somewhere else. I mean, but you went up to the job.
On site means on site. So if
No,
the only place I can catch you is in your scrubs, then I will see you in that parking lot.
no. I can see you before then. I know I can see you after then. If it's like that.
So yeah, this is a fabulous mugshot, though I have to say. The make look at it. This is like a natural beat. Those eyebrows are fierce. I love it. And she really got that look on her face, like, and I'll do it again.
Well, just and that's fine. But don't say you wasn't just girl. Don't say that. Just say I had to do what I had to do or something.
Look, and we have a comment. Then after she gets whipped, she can't get her back adjusted and call call it a day. Shout out to the chiropractors out there. I'm telling you, I used to love my chiropractor. Hey, Dr. Rizzo. Love him. Well, what we got next, honey? Oh, Kamora Lee Simmons in my head. She's saying, you can have this little motherfucker. I'm sure she's not calling her son a little motherfucker, but honey, she just told her
She
ex-husband, you can
might
go
have.
ahead and oh, she said you can go ahead and have legal and sole physical custody, baby, if that's what you want. And you
Mm.
all should see where it says here by way of TMZ, Kamora Lee Simmons wants ex Tim Leisner to have primary custody of son in divorce.
I mean, she said, "Take your child," because I really didn't want to have another one, but because we was married, I gave you another baby. But since here, you take care of him. I'll
Okay,
do weekends and visitations. All
that
my
part, 'cause
other
baby, I
kids
already
is
did it three
grown.
times. I don't need to do it again.
All my other kids is grown.
Yes, honey. And this starts. Kamora Lee Simmons looks like she wants her estranged husband, Tim Leisner, to have primary custody of their son, which is interesting because Tim asked for joint custody when he pulled the plug on their marriage. Kamora just filed her response to Tim's divorce petition, and while she agrees that irreconcilable differences led to their split, she splits from Tim on the issue of legal and physical custody of 11-year-old Wolf. In the docs obtained by TMZ, Kamora checked the box for Tim to have primary legal and physical custody, even though Tim asked for joint legal and physical custody in his original petition. Kamora is also asking to terminate the court's ability to award any support to Tim, and she also checked the box to request that spousal support be paid to her. She also wants him on the hook for her legal fees stemming from the divorce process. Kamora and the ex Goldman Sachs banker were married for 12 years, though we're told they've been separated since 2020 and the divorce is just housekeeping at this point. This is Kamora's second divorce. Kamora was previously married to Def Jam Recordings co-founder Russell Simmons. They were married in 1998 and finalized their divorce in 2009. They share two daughters, Ming and Naoki. Tim was previously married to Judy Chan, and he admitted to faking divorce documents to marry Kamora while still legally wed to Judy.
Mm,
Bitch, they just threw that last line in there like, what you mean, TMZ? I need to know more. What you mean, honey? But yeah, she said, go ahead. Listen, women in male dominated fields, honey. This and oh yes, and we have a comment. How sad for this 11-year-old boy. Yeah, because it looks like, dang, does mommy not want me? And when he get old enough, he'll understand. Like, but I mean, that's gonna be some trauma. He gonna have to work out in therapy. But yeah, it's like, if you ask, you want to divorce me, and then ask for joint legal and physical custody. Oh, okay, I got your number, husband. So no, you're gonna have primary, and you're gonna pay me spousal support.
hey, he wanted a baby. She was like, I ain't really wanting to have another. I'm telling you, this is how I don't really want to have another baby. Come on, I really want to have a baby. Okay, all right. But when we get divorced, he going with you, or it's going with you. He, she, whatever.
Hmm.
We're not gonna worry about that. We're gonna be together forever. Okay, all right. I said what I said, and here we are today.
That part. Listen, I got nothing because you know what I have to say. What's on my mind at the moment is it will not sound nice, especially like when 11-year-old boy is involved. So I'm just, but y'all picking up what I'm putting down. So well, that is that on that, honey. Oh, so remember we talked on our April 6th show, the day after my birthday, Al. But we had a discussion on April 6th about Black China filing a $20 million countersuit against twin Hector because he violated an NDA when he was like pretty much saying that Black China beat my ass. So and I'm suing her, but she countersued, you violated NDA. Well, You all should see where it says here by way of TMZ. Black China claims ex boyfriend Twin Hector won't stop calling, says she's extremely frightened. So let's get into it. Black China claims her ex boyfriend Twin Hector has been calling her nonstop. She says he sounds possessive and refuses to accept their relationship is over despite their ongoing legal battle, and now she says she's extremely frightened. In new legal docs obtained by TMZ, Black China details the alleged calls, claiming Twin Hector called her repeatedly on April 28, 2026, throughout the afternoon and evening. China says she answered one of the calls and he spoke for 10 minutes while she remained silent. She claims he eventually told her, "So you can run as long as you want, but you're never going to be able to hide from me." Black China says he warned her, "You better not hang up this phone," and said he would keep calling, insisting he had the right to contact her even if she didn't want him to. She claims he sounded fixated, possessive, and unwilling to accept that our relationship ended, and says she is extremely frightened that he will locate her and harm her or someone in her family. China said on June 16th, Twin sent her a message asking what city she was in, which she said scared her. She said Twin lies about her. I'm sorry. She said Twin's lies about her has caused harm to her career, and she wants her lawsuit against him to move forward and is opposing his efforts to have it tossed out. The legal drama started when Twin sued China for alleged assault and battery. China denied the claims and countersued him. Messy, honey. Hmm. Well, if Black China didn't beat his ass, honey, somebody did.
Well, what do I say about giving these dusty folks a chance? Look what we having.
Exactly. And trigger warning, y'all. I'm about to share the photo of the beating, but this is what the alleged injuries. So,
Wait,
like,
I was my head was turned the wrong way. I was like, wait, what? I'm sorry. I didn't even mean to laugh. I was like, he
Ouch.
gave um
that's what I said. So if she didn't beat his ass, somebody did.
Ooh, Lord.
yeah, he got his ass
Mhm.
whooped. I was like, what is this thing? I was like, this ain't real. Oh, I'm looking the wrong way. Okay.
Yeah, girl, it's something. So I'm gonna follow this story. That we have a comment. No one should have to live like that. Yeah, I agree. But based off of that beating, honey, look, she'll be all right. Look, you
Look,
can
if
try to.
she beat his ass doing that, then he should be scared to call her. If she whoops your ass like that, why you still harassing that lady? You should be scared. Next time you might not make it out.
There you go. And listen, and that's probably why her ass is saying she's extremely frightened in court. So just in case something like that has to happen, listen, I told y'all I was scared of this man. So listen,
And I think she carry a gun too. So
I- of course she did. This is Tokyo Tony's daughter. Of course she does. Allegedly. Because I've never seen her hold a gun. So, and they do like to sue. So, well, that is that on that, honey. And what we got next? Oh, so we don't really rock with Takashi 6ix9ine, but one of his girlfriends was killed last year in like an alleged like a carjacking gone wrong. And so they actually just called up some gang members who were responsible for that. And what I just shared this link from All Hip Hop, and it says feds arrest gang members responsible for 6ix9ine's ex-girlfriend, for death of 6ix9ine's ex-girlfriend. And what I'm going to do is actually find a, because I don't want to see his picture up on here. I'm going to see if I can find a picture of, because her name is Ariella La Langosta. And let me see if I can get a photo of her. Yes. Yeah. Oh, this is cute. Okay. Yes, I like this photo better. Give me 1 second. Let me share this photo of her. Ooh. So here's Ariella here. And this story starts 6ix9ine may get some justice for the killing of his ex-girlfriend, Ariella La Langosta. Federal authorities arrested 11 members of the Bad Boys 7 gang on July 20th, 2026 for the murder of influencer Ariella during what prosecutors described as a botched carjacking. The indictment revealed that 6 of the defendants could face the death penalty for her killing on August 17, 2025, on the Cross Country Parkway in Mount Vernon, New York. The rapper's public response showed just how deep their bond ran. Ariella, whose real name was Ariella Mejia Polanco, had built a massive following with over 700,000 Instagram followers and appeared in 6 Nine's 2023 video for WAPE. The two were inseparable, and when she was gunned down in her Mercedes Benz near the Broad Street exit, the initial speculation centered on whether her death was connected to 6 Nine's past gang affiliations and his cooperation with federal prosecutors. That theory fell apart once, according to the federal indictment, authorities confirmed the killing was purely random. The gang members had placed a GPS tracker on her luxury vehicle and attempted to steal it, firing multiple shots when she tried to escape. 6 Nine's tribute to Ariella was so raw and emotional. He called her the Queen of New York and posted videos of them together, writing, "New York will never be the same, and I love you." The rapper's words reflected the genuine friendship they shared, far removed from the street violence that ultimately took her life. Ariella worked at nightclubs Opus Lounge and Icon New York in Inwood and was known for her warmth and humility. Cardi B also paid respects, posting a photo with the caption, "Rest in peace, Dominican Pretty." The Trinitarios gang, founded in 1993 inside Rikers Island Prison to protect Dominican inmates, has evolved into the largest Dominican American criminal organization on the East Coast. Bad Boy 7 operates as a subset primarily active in New Jersey and the Bronx, engaging in everything from narcotics trafficking to violent crimes. District Attorney Susan Case stated that Ariella was an innocent young woman unknown to any of these gang members who had the misfortune of crossing their paths by pure happenstance. The defendants, ranging in age from 20 to 30, with 40 prior arrests combined, face charges including racketeering conspiracy, murder in aid of racketeering, robberies, assaults, carjackings, drug trafficking, and wire fraud. According to law enforcement officials, the investigation also linked the gang to 4 non-fatal shootings and a dozen robberies. The indictment covers crimes spanning from September 2023 through September 2025, with the gang responsible for 5 murders total, including those of Frankelis Tavares, Gabriel Alvarez, Adam Waldrop, and Alvis Perez Liriano. U.S. Attorney Jay Clayton and FBI Assistant Director James Bernarco called Ariana's killing horrific in its brutality and emphasized the collaborative effort between federal, state, and local agencies that cracked the case. All defendants except one were already in custody, with the final arrest occurring in Manchester, New Jersey, on the day before the indictment was unsealed. Well, that's good. She'll have some justice. So happy to hear it. And just hate that she had to go so basically she lost her life for nothing, or Mercedes Benz, because somebody wanted to put a tracker on her car and try to steal it and kill her in the process when she tried to get away. Well, may she continue to rest in peace, and condolence to her family, friends, and fans, and those who loved her. Everybody but 6 9. Even I mean, he loved her, sure, but I don't. Mm-mm. Well, that is that on that, honey. Girl, I got a couple of clips for y'all asses, honey. I mean, not Kenny Rodriguez did the classic "I got black friends and I used to date black women." So we've talked about them. So even though we don't watch Love Island, there was a big scandal between Kenny Rodriguez and Janae Craig. Remember that, in some racist text messages were exposed that Kenny had posted. And you all should see where it says here by way of TMZ, Love Island Kenny Rodriguez breaks silence on racist text post Janae Craig split. So we going this is Kenny's video is about 2 minutes and 20 seconds long, and then we're gonna watch his, and then we're gonna watch Janae's response. So let me share my screen, chat. I don't have words. I'm like, did he really just do the classic "I got black friends"? Like, girl. Well,
Text message got leaked or
Mhm.
something, right?
Yeah, it was
From a group chat
it was text message.
with your boys. Was it with your boys or a friend?
Like with a friend that I had
Yeah.
before. And I did say a statement where I generalized.
Yeah.
And I take full accountability. It doesn't represent the person that I am, and I take full accountability for it. Um, but like I've dated black women before. I have black ancestry. I'm Dominican. You know, half of my family is dark skinned. So th- there was never a problem with race. The problem was with how you were treating me.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's just how are you treating me and inventing and getting fed up and staying silent through all the verbal abuse that I was getting. Yeah, I generalized and I made a statement that I'm not proud of, and I take full accountability of it. Um, but I think it's a bit unjust to take that situation and to have that define me and run with that, and the whole space to run with that, right? Um, I think it's a bit unfair. I think it's a bit unjust, right? I have black friends. I've dated black women before. I, I couldn't deal with the disrespect anymore, and nothing justified. I generalized, and I understand that it could hurt people, yes, and I apologize for that. But you that that doesn't define me. That doesn't define me.
Mhm. Kenny, it absolutely defines you, sir. It absolutely does, and that response is wild. So we have a couple of comments. One beat his ass. One person was looking for the tomato button. That has actually been replaced with the violin button. Well, we have a comment saying yawn. And then another comment, such a white people want to be Annalise statement. Boo, exactly, child. Well, Janae has, of course, caught wind of this, so let's see what she has to say about it when TMZ wants to load it.
Before I call my lawyers, I would like to make a cute little statement to the person who thought it was a good idea to send me a cease and desist and then go on a whole ass podcast and make up straight lies. Very ballsy of you. How insane. But if you want to play, let's play. I think you should give me permission to drop all the text messages. Why don't we start there? Give me permission to drop all the text messages, and then we could just play from there. You know everything you said was a lie. All of my friends know it was a lie, so I'm not even stressing. But for now, mind you, I'm on set. First of all, I'm on set right now. I spared you for a whole year. I've been minding my business, literally focusing on myself and my blessings, and you thought that was a good idea? Hi, bitch, just play. But also, how about you tell your 99-cent ass lawyers to answer the phone? Because what you're not about to do is ever think you could come for me and get away with it. I'm so sorry, guys. One more thing, because I'm literally on set, and then I have my lawyers talk for the rest of me. You guys are tagging me in these videos of this ragged ass podcast. No, I'm not watching that podcast. I've seen enough clips to know good enough for me to make a call. But if you really think someone that's 6'3" needs to call the cops on someone that's 5', 6.5", either you're or he knows for a fact I threatened to him to call the cops, but you want to play it the other way. I think that's so crazy. You know that I was going to call the cops on you, and you want to lie? It's just so crazy. And that's the last thing I said to him before I was going to call the cops. He piped the down, and then I left, and that was it. Because the second you want to threaten me, it's a rap. It's a rap. Talking about I'm begging to stay. Do you not know who I am? Are you okay? Like, are you actually okay? Clearly you're not, but my lawyers will to your lawyers, and then we'll play. But I really hope and pray that this kid says, yeah, post them so you guys can see what really happened.
She is too adorable, I must say. But yeah, she was like, okay, before I call my lawyer, let me just say this. So, look, we have a comment saying, talk your shit. Exactly, girl. Look, I'm on set. I spared your ass for you. Remind you, I'm on set, okay? I don't have time for this. But, I'll let my lawyers do the talking. And when their hair flip, oh, she's just so pissed. I love it. Take a shot, y'all. But yeah, that's that on that, honey. He truly did the The classic, I got black friends, I dated black girls, I got black ancestry, I got dark skinned people in my family. Sir, uh, uh, listen, Auntie Derek has tried. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna say this on a recorded line, but those of if you know, you know. Okay, if you know, you know. Auntie has dated a Dominican man back when was this in 2010? Let's just say the anti-blackness I was exposed to was a learning experience. So yeah, and that's all I'm gonna say on that. Well, girl, what we got next, hun? Oh, I got this 90-day story. Of course, y'all don't know. I only do my 90-day stories for my chilly and my happy, cause but I'm sure y'all probably know these two because there are not many gay couples on there, is it? But anyway, this TMZ article you all should see where it says here 90 Day Fiance stars Armando and Kenny's daughter discharged from hospital after brain bleed. Chili, are these people or happy? Are these people? Oh, they're a fave couple. Oh, okay. Good to
Yes,
know.
yes, they are one of the most popular couples on the show.
Nice. Okay. That's what's up. Well,
And he's trying to come to the U.S. The daughter got her visa, but he didn't. He had some, troubles. Uh,
oh,
but his husband is American, so he been trying to get a visa to come to America, but she had one. Yeah, yeah, but everybody likes them.
nice. And I'm happy to hear that, especially after the daughter was going through some wild shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, this starts off 90 Day Fiance stars Armando Niedermeyer Rubio and Kenny Niedermeyer finally have some good medical news to share. Their daughter's out of the hospital after a brain bleed put her in the ICU. The reality stars announced on social media that their 13-year-old daughter, Hannah, has been discharged from a hospital in Arizona days after she'd been airlifted there from Mexico. Armando said, I'm actually very happy, very just thrilled, and just my heart is so full to let you guys know that Hannah has been released from the hospital, which is the best news we could have right now. Kenny added, oh God, we are so over the moon. Hannah's very happy to be leaving the hospital. As you know, Hannah had initially been taken to an ER in Mexico, but ended up getting transferred to a Phoenix hospital for better care. Kenny flew out to be by her side, but Armando was initially turned away at the border. He managed to cross over the weekend and reunited with his daughter and husband. Now, Kenny says Hannah's gotten leaps and bounds better since her father made it to Arizona, and doctors felt good enough about her progress to send her home with her family to continue her recovery. But Kenny stressed Hannah's not 100% in the clear. He says she's on anti seizure medication and still needs to stay in the Phoenix area until at least next month when more tests are run. Kenny says doctors have no clue how Hannah ended up with a brain bleed. Right now, Hannah's still dealing with some mild blindness, facial drooping, and minor weakness, so she'll be in rehab for the next month. But she must be thrilled to be out of her hospital bed after such a terrifying time. Yeah, it's so sad.
Yeah, I'm glad
Um,
she's okay. Sound like she had a little stroke.
yep.
Armando apparently had a visa before and overstayed, and once you violate terms of a visa, it's really hard to get one. So that's been the part of the troubles of him not being able to get one. But he got one on a compassionate basis since his daughter was in the hospital. They did wind up, letting him come over. But yeah, I hope he gets a visa because they're unproblematic. The daughter
Aw.
lives with them. Um, she wanted to come live with him. He asked the mother and everything. They went to family, the whole family, and she wound up living with them. And they've been so happy. I hope he gets the visa, to stay in America. I don't know why he'd want to be here right around this time, but
Right, no shade.
yeah, might want to rethink that, Armando. But yeah, I'm glad she's okay. That must have been really frightening, especially since he couldn't be by her side. But the husband was there, with her. So That
Hmm.
was a good thing that he was able, to be by her side while she was going through that before her daddy came.
Oh, nice. And we have a comment says so Kenny, who's American, raised like 6 kids to adulthood, then met and married Armando from Mexico, who recently came out after his wife passed away. They're married in a good story. This is from 90 Day the Other Way, where the American moved to Mexico. Oh, okay. Now they got like multiverse 90 days, honey. Good Lord. I didn't know it was
Yeah,
that kind
they
of party.
do. I seen the ads
Hmm.
for that.
Either it's
But
one way or the other. The American goes to their country, or they, come here. It's mostly they come here, but they do have where the American moves to another country. And all the Kenny's family is here. He has grandchildren and everything.
mm,
Um, so I'm sure he misses his family.
Yes, indeed. Well, shout out to them. I'm happy to hear that a gay couple is a gay brown couple is
Hmm.
is a fan favorite. I don't know, for some reason it just warms my heart.
Yeah, they are.
Well, so before the recording, I actually teased Chili about a story that we have involving an entrepreneur in the Houston area. Honey, she alleged. So shout out to the Poor Minds podcast with Drea Nicole and Lex P. I'm actually a huge fan of the podcast. But Toya K, this Houston entrepreneur, she said, "Don't trust Lex around your man." And you all should see, I'm sharing my screen because it's on site. Share this on their Instagram page, child. And you see Toya K, a Houston entrepreneur, is opening up about what she calls the devastating reality of betrayal after alleging she discovered her partner of 8 years, Houston rapper Propane, had been involved in a secret 6 year affair with Lex P of Poor Minds. So she used jumped on that Netflix trend, like getting ready for my Netflix interview to discuss the devastating reality of betrayal, discovering that my partner of 8 years was having a secret 6 year affair, rapper Bay Propane, and Lex P from Poor Behavior. So this is Propane, this is Lex P, this toy in the middle. So Lex P, of course, there was a comment. So Lex P comment on says, I was lied to as well. Had to go to therapy and went through a lot. I would never knowingly deal with a man in a relationship. I've been in a relationship for 3 years and haven't seen him for four. Praying for your healing. Toya replied, we were together 4 years ago and publicly together for 8 years. You knew, which is why when I saw you at Dreams, you were stunned and couldn't speak back. It's okay though, Lex. I didn't expect accountability. May God bless your new relationship and you never endure what I had to. God bless. Bruh. Mm-mm. So I'm
Over that,
Quinn coming in hot.
hey, Blueberry.
over that, girl. Uh-uh.
Good morning. Hallelujah. Amen, church. Glory to be the God. I'm just trying to check real quick. Oh, yeah. I had to go through real quick to see if y'all talked about what I want to talk about. Anyway, this Miss Ma'am, girl, check that nigga. Check your nigger. Your nigga. Okay? Okay?
For real.
Accountability starts at home. And who be in the home? Clearly not that nigga. But the baby that you had that nigga with, I guess. You over here checking Lexi about a nigga and she don't moved on. I hate women who do this. Girl, lie. Be fucking for real. And you wait and you're waiting until current times. Like this is clearly years has passed. If you didn't say nothing then, don't open up your mouth now. Okay? You see she getting a little piece of clout, a little piece of a bag, and now all of a sudden you gotta go open it up your mouth. And what's really crazy, right? Houston entrepreneur, Toy K girl, we don't know who you are. You're trying to be relevant. That is crazy. You're trying. I guess this is a way of letting people know you open for business. I guess, but what do? Also, go check that nigga. If we just all just looked in our homes and checked the people and look for accountability in our homes, glory to God, we would be all right, we wouldn't have no public shaming, we wouldn't have no public back and forth going on, we would be messless, a little peace. We already going through so much as a country. Amen. Amen. Why, Lord, do you want to put us in this foolery? We don't want to be in we just want to be in the dancery. We don't want no hateration, okay? Go check that nigga. Go check that nigga. If you have a Barbara Miss Shirley moments in your mind, go check that nigga and leave us out of it. Amen. Glory to God.
Amen. Amen, girl. Cause yeah, it's kind of like this ain't a good look, girl. Well, that is that on that.
Okay.
Well,
I was just gonna add my 2 cent. Like,
oh yes,
did
please.
I did I understand that she's bringing up something from several years ago
Girl,
That's how
four
I'm
years
taking
ago.
it.
4 years ago. 4 years ago,
and
girl.
wanted? Oh, she wanted some clout. Okay.
Girl, she needed she trying to drum up business, girl. This is the only way she can do
Come
it.
to my salon.
Hello,
My
hello.
bundle.
She trying to drum up business.
Off
I am
the
a
back
woman
of
scorned
a
by my bundles.
Hello. This
cause
is a marketing tactic. Crazy.
it does sound like that
I can't
because
believe this is from 4 years ago. That's what?
Do you
like
know how
putting it out like it was last week. Cow, girl.
and I wish you the best with your new relationship. Girl, you ain't gotta wish me nothing, bitch. Because absolutely. I don't my nigga, who is my nigga, is not like your nigga. Okay? Okay. Ugh. I can't stand it, Lord.
And we have a comment complimenting your this Miss Ma'am girl. That's when you know it's about to go down.
Yes.
Hell, that is that on that child. Just I'm gonna see if anything comes of this. I'm gonna see if maybe Lex responds anymore. She probably won't. But
No, she
I
booked
hope
and
she don't.
busy. She is booked and busy on tour. Her tour is sold out, ma'am. If you don't go about your business and collect your dollars,
People always trying to get clout. It's a sad day that this is what we have to go through.
on the cool, if she want to be a blessing to her, she would invite her to the show. Come on, girl. You need that. You need some free advertisement.
she
Hey,
probably would do that, girl. Let's have a conversation.
huh?
Yeah, monetize
We
that
got a
shit,
little
honey.
drink. Hello, we got a little drinky drink. We finna make for you, the bitter baby mama.
Ooh.
I can see it now. Woo.
The BBM.
Hello,
That's one.
hello.
Happy hour.
Okay, okay. You see the vision. Chill. You see the vision.
I
I'll
bet
take two,
a
please.
popular drink.
You
I'll
see
take two.
You take two.
Yeah.
Period.
Well, honey, so Tigre Bosque. Honey, they say, honey, he throwing him a little shade at Phil Mickelson. Because Phil Mickelson first threw shade at him. So now you all should see I have just shared here by way of Radar Online. It's an exclusive. Tiger Woods mauls a scarred rival. Golf icon sheds no tear as Phil Mickelson's sescapade steals scandal spotlight. Well, so Tiger Woods has zero sympathy for golf rival Phil Mickelson as the Lynxman's reputation is rocked by sex misconduct allegations, and Woods even gloating to pals that it's about time karma kicked the ballsy jock where it hurts. RadarOnline.com can reveal. As previously reported, 50-year-old Woods is currently grappling with the fallout from his March arrest in Florida for misdemeanor DUI and with property damage, having pled not guilty to all charges, in addition to supporting girlfriend Vanessa Trump through her breast cancer battle. He also endured past divorce drama and grappled with the dependence on painkillers. Tiger is currently in the process of piecing his life back together while taking care of Vanessa, continuing his rehabilitation, and trying to avoid conflict and negativity at all costs. But he's well aware of this giant scandal that's erupted around Phil. An insider says Mickelson, who's 56, has been accused of showing nude photos of himself on his cell phone to golfer Pat Perez's now estranged wife, Ashley, in 2015. The bombshell claim came days after he ceased being a member at an exclusive California country club after being accused of making non-consensual physical contact with a female employee in the clubhouse. The three times master champion also left two other swanky golf clubs in Southern California for reasons that remain unclear. Mickelson insists he left the clubs on his own accord and has rejected claims he flashed a nude photo at Ashley. His spokesperson has called the supposed incident involving the country club staffer a misunderstanding that had been resolved, while his attorney has forcefully denied the allegations. Mickelson's rep also says the golfer's wife, Amy, continues to support him with extraordinary grace and unwavering love. But when it comes to Tiger Woods' feelings on the scandal, and the insider shared, he's not shedding any tears for the guy. In fact, he's privately enjoying the drama and saying it's high time and it couldn't have happened to a more suitable person. Everyone knows that Phil was quick to revel in Tiger's downfall all those years ago. It's something Tiger's never forgotten or forgiven. There's a side to him. There's a side of him that's feeling vindicated. Mm-mm. Don't celebrate too hard, Tigre, because you still got that rehab to go through, bro. But yeah, I mean, shit, he's only human. Shit, you talk shit about me, that's what the fuck you get. Look, karma. Well, that's that on that, child. Now, I actually did not know about the because we only read about the one golf course that I didn't know there were others. Girl. And then somebody, because remember I told you one of my favorite things about when I clip my show and put it on social media, I love the comments from people because a lot of times the comments be spilling even more tea. And so, on a Phil Mickelson video on Facebook, someone actually commented that there's actually a scandal where he was the father of a mixed baby or some shit like that. So I didn't look into it because I didn't really care, but yeah. So they said baby Phil Ben Mickelson, honey. Mm-mm.
But not too much, not with Tiger got too much dip on his chin because he's not wanting to, you know.
Wake that up.
Yeah.
Well, that is that on
Right
that.
message, wrong messenger. Ooh.
Hello, that part. Like, don't celebrate too hard, Tigre. I love saying his name. The Spanish version of his name, Tigre Bosque. I love it for some reason. I don't know. Well, y'all, let's talk about some. When it just like sports, we tend to only talk politics on this show when it intersects with hot topics. And we have talked about yesterday. We had a conversation about Tulsi Gabbard's older brother, where he did some weird shit at a hotel. He went to some kids, tried to give them gum and cash to follow him back to a hotel room. They said no, and he took their names and wrote it down in a notepad or whatever. Well, honey, he actually has the support of his wife Kimberly. And you all should see, I have just shared here by way of TMZ, Tulsi Gabbard's sister-in-law pleads for protection from her brother after his arrest. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I misunderstood it. So it looks like she's okay. Well, Tulsi Gabbard's brother Bhakti's family is pushing for him to get help due to an alleged mental health episode before he was arrested for allegedly trying to lure children into a hotel room, at least according to his wife. Bhakti's wife, Kimberly, filed for a temporary restraining order on July 17th, the same day he was charged for an alleged July 12th incident at a Waikiki hotel pool. In her petition, obtained by TMZ, she said her husband of nearly a decade has been exhibiting bizarre behavior. Kimberly claims Tulsi's brother recently renamed himself Batardi and Jim Morrison Jr. and she says he had a psychotic break. She claims to have photos and video to prove this erratic, impulsive, and bizarre behavior that has made me concerned and feel in fear for my safety. Kimberly said her husband is mentally ill and diagnosed with bipolar disorder and narcissism. She said she, along with Bhakti's family, repeatedly encouraged him to seek psychiatric treatment due to his significant deterioration of his mental state and judgment. Kimberly asked the court to grant a restraining order to protect her safety and well being. The court denied the temporary restraining order requiring Bhakti from coming within 100 feet of her other than court proceedings and set a hearing for later this month. As TMZ previously reported, Tulsi's brother was arrested on July 17th for allegedly trying to lure multiple children into his hotel room by offering them gum and money. Police say he also asked the kids for their names and wrote them down in a notebook. And a woman later reported the incident to police. Tulsi's older brother has been charged with second-degree custodial interference. So yeah, so I misread when I was show prepping. I thought initially she was supporting him, but no, it looks like she tried to get away from his ass as well and filed a restraining order that was denied. So yeah, I never understood that. If she has video and pictures proving his erratic behavior, I never understood how restraining orders can be denied. I guess for a future hearing, I don't know. Like this is why I need a lawyer. I need to converse with a lawyer. Well, that is that on that, honey. Oh, and our next piece of political news, and this is honestly a nothing burger, I think, because it's like, what do y'all think you're gonna find? But you see where it says here by way of TMZ, court rejects Joe Biden's appeal to keep memoir recordings private. So, rough news for Joe Biden to wake up to. His appeal to block the Department of Justice from releasing audio from a 2017 interview with his memoir ghostwriter had just been rejected. The 2-1 ruling from the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit came late Monday, with the court reasoning that there is a substantial public interest in disclosing the material, AP News reports. The former president wanted to keep the recordings under wraps, with his legal team arguing that it was an invasion of privacy. The DOJ previously said the recordings were exempt from disclosure under public records law. U.S. District Judge Dabney Friedrich, nominated by President Trump, ruled in June the public deserved to hear the recordings, and Biden appealed. The appeals court said some redactions to the audio would help protect Biden's privacy instead. The court suspended its decision until August 3rd to allow Biden to file another appeal if he desires. Biden has 2 memoirs published. He was interviewed for both by Mark Zwatzener in 2016 and 2017 before he was elected president. The interviews took place at Biden's home. It's like they just taking away our constitutional rights right in front of our salads. Like it's like I I don't I don't have words. Like I really don't. Because it's like if this could happen to a former president, y'all, and somebody like Joe Biden, who's pretty much a career politician, who's been in politics longer than I've been alive, and I'm 40 years old. So if somebody that President Trump nominates can single handedly cause this to happen, like I really feel like this country is not as afraid as we should be. Like for real, I really think things are being taken lightly, but that's just me. Well, that's that on that, child. I got 3 more stories left. Y'all, I am not gonna lie to you. This next story is very sad, and I just wanted to issue a trigger warning because it involves child rape by their parent and everything. They're not exactly celebrities. I'm sure they're local celebrities by now. But honey, the police, an 11-year-old girl had her daddy's baby, and not only the daddy has been arrested, the mama and the grandma were arrested too. So you all should see I've just shared here by way of People. Mom sentenced after forcing 11-year-old daughter to give birth to her husband's baby without prenatal or medical care. And she look at her, she just looked like she do some shit like that too, honey. Well, this starts. An Oklahoma mother has been found guilty after prosecutors allege she failed to protect her 11-year-old daughter from sexual abuse by her husband, who later fathered the child's baby. Sherry Walker was convicted Friday, July 17th, of 1 count of enabling child sexual abuse and 6 counts of child neglect following a jury trial in Muskogee County, according to court documents reviewed by People. Jurors recommended a sentence of life in prison on each count. Walker will be formally sentenced at a later date. The verdict came after 4 days of testimony from emergency responders, law enforcement officers, medical professionals, the Department of Human Services employees, church members, and family members, according to the court docket. The jury ultimately found Walker guilty on all 7 counts. The charges stem from an investigation that began in August 2025 after authorities learned an 11-year-old girl had given birth to a baby inside the family's Muskogee, Oklahoma home without prenatal care or medical assistance. Prosecutors alleged Walker knew her husband, Dustin Walker, was sexually abusing their 11-year-old daughter and failed to protect her, according to KJRH. DNA testing later identified Dustin as the baby's father, KTUL reported. Dustin pled guilty on March 26 to 1 count of sexual abuse of a child under 12 and 6 counts of child neglect. He was later sentenced to life in prison for the sexual abuse conviction, along with consecutive prison terms on the child neglect convictions, according to News on 6. Assistant District Attorney Janet Hudson previously addressed the lasting trauma the child experienced as a result of the abuse. The child is traumatized, Hudson previously told News on 6. She's been through a horrific ordeal. Not only has somebody gotten her pregnant, but she gave birth at home without medical assistance, and this will be her life for the rest of her life. The investigation has also led to charges against the victim's grandmother, Michelle Justice. She has pled not guilty to a child neglect charge and is expected to stand trial on July 23rd, according to KJRH. And then they end with, if you suspect child abuse, call the Child Help National Child Abuse Hotline at 1-800, the number 4, a child, or 1-800-422-4453. Or you can go to www.childhelp.org. All calls are toll free and confidential. The hotline is available 24/7 in more than 170 languages. Girl.
Jesus Christ.
And let me just, when I tell you this looks like fucking trailer trash, honey, hurt the mama and the dad, honey. Just both of them just look just nasty and in need of a fucking bath. Look at this. Ugh. This motherfucker it was, mm, 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 mm. And her stupid ass.
Yuck. Yuck.
Poor children.
Oh, we have a comment. They look like a regular Muskogee resident. Oh my God. Well, I'm not familiar with that side of the world. But it seems like you are. So oh Muskogee. Have you ever
North Carolina, right?
no, Oklahoma?
Oh, never mind.
Well, I'm not familiar with this area.
Yuck.
Oh, it's pronounced Muskogee. Or is that Muskogee or Muskogee? Muskogee.
Don't do North Carolina like that, man. That ain't
Okay.
cool.
We would never.
Listen, there's the part, and West Virginia too, and the mountains. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And the gagger is, in a lot of states, she wouldn't be allowed to get an abortion.
Mm-hmm.
This is so trifling. It just makes me sick to my stomach that this
I,
little girl had to go through that.
I figured you would, honey, especially with your your career, and your career was mostly with nursing children. And I know this would just infuriate you. So
And break all our hearts.
these people need to be, I'm sorry, they need to be stoned. Remember when Bianca said we need to bring stoning back? Like they need to be stoned. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like jail is too good for them.
Stone
Well,
till they die.
hmm
Trifling ass. Oh, oh.
but at least listen, they got everybody in there. So okay, because you knew about the shit happening, you ain't do nothing. Okay, get them, arrest them, put their asses in jail.
Give me the needle. I'll stick it in their arm.
I know that's right. And then the way you'll do it though, you'll do because with your background, it'll go in so easily and smooth. It'll be such a quick process. Yeah, girl, give Chili the needle, y'all, so we can make it good and quick.
Oh my God. Oh, that's just so sickening. Oh, Lord, Lord, help the children, Lord.
Yes, indeed, and protect them from real threats. that aren't like trans people and gay people and stuff. Protect
And
them from the real
immigrant.
predators.
Oh my God.
Well, you all, well, this next story is going to be a 180. It's a little bit, well, I'm happy about it because y'all know how I feel about Fetty Wap, or whom I like to call either Fetty Pendergrass, Fetty Vandross,
Stop
Fetty
it.
J. Blige.
Stop.
Well, he is engaged. So his girlfriend Alexis Sky posted on her Instagram. She said, "I said yes."
It's the
He
Instagram official.
It's Instagram official, honey.
Aww.
So Fetty is he's in this is the video of it. That's really the story. No story. He proposed to her with a nice little "Will you marry me" in the background, flowers and all of that. And she's so happy. She posted her ring. So congratulations. Listen, y'all can't tell me nothing about my vocal icon, honey. Fetty is one of my favorite singers. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. And thank you so much, Fetty, because he did not disappoint us. Because what I say when he first got out, I said, "Get your ass in the studio." Chilla was like, "Can't he rest for a little bit?" No, go straight to the studio. We need you, and he delivered.
And he did.
So congratulations. This is probably like okay. So I think I've reached my quota for being happy about straight marriages for the next year. So yeah, that is that on that.
Congrats.
Congrats. And the last story I have for us today. So it's unfortunate. This will be kind of like a tribute to a very powerful DJ who unfortunately passed away recently. And hold on, let me get the article here. And you all should see where it says here by way of all hip hop, Voice of the South DJ Bigger Rankin has died. Bun B, Mia X, and others mourn. So let's get into it. For more than 30 years, Bigger Rankin built a reputation as one of the South's premier tastemakers, helping introduce countless artists to new audiences through his acclaimed mixtape series, radio presence, and relentless support of independent music. While many DJs focus on established stars, Rankin became known for discovering talent early and giving emerging artists a platform long before major labels came calling. Rankin has reportedly passed away. TJ Chapman, known as TJ's DJs, was one of the first to commemorate Bigger Rankin on his social media. Rest in peace, Bigger Rankin, a real life legend. Just spoke to you last week, bro. You'd always call and check on me. Your impact on the music scene will forever be remembered. A real record breaker, he wrote. Bun B said, "Damn, certified legend, rest in peace." Other legends sent thoughts and prayers in shock over the passing. Mia X, DJ Nasty, Graf, and others expressed their feelings on the loss of the legend. His unmistakable voice became synonymous with Southern hip hop, and his cosign carried real weight throughout Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and beyond. Artists from every corner of the South sought his approval, knowing a Bigger Ranking endorsement could open doors that seemed impossible to reach. Rankin was widely respected as a mentor, music executive, and connector, making him more than a DJ. He spent decades teaching artists how to navigate the business while encouraging them to remain independent and build lasting careers. He recently shared the stage with Rick Ross in Atlanta. Rankin battled serious health issues in recent years, including complications that required dialysis. He never left the culture. Just weeks ago, he reflected on his remarkable career during an interview marking 3 decades in the music industry, explaining that his love for hip hop and his faith continue to motivate him despite his health challenges. "I had COVID. I was in there for a while at the hospital," he told News for Jax. "And then I lost my kidney. So I do dialysis 3 times a week now. I'm still on the road doing my shows. It's God. Without God, we have been nothing. You have to have God in your life to really live a beautiful life." News of the passing had already begun sending shockwaves through the music community, with artists, DJs, promoters, and executives sharing tributes to a man many credit with changing their careers. Bigger Rankin's impact extends far beyond mixtapes. He helped define an era when DJs served as gatekeepers, tastemakers, and trusted voices capable of turning local records into regional anthems. His work helped shape the sound and business of modern Southern hip hop, making him one of the culture's most respected behind the scene figures. Yeah. May he rest in peace, and condolences to his family, his friends, everybody that has loved him, and everybody whose career skyrocketed because of him. Like, condolences to y'all. And Libra Queen, I know you're a Florida girl. Are you familiar with him?
You said what?
I know you're a Florida girl. Are you familiar with him, DJ Bigger Rankin?
I don't know. I gotta see.
Possibly. I'm sure you've heard his music though, or heard like artists that he's put on his mixtapes and stuff. Yeah, he was pretty popular. Well, you all, that was actually all the tea that I had for us today. So before we head out, I always like to ask my crew, did you have any other tea that you wanted to share, or any tea that I might have missed? And it looks like my Libra Queen might have some. Go ahead, boo.
Okay, so first things first. The little girl who was in the King Kong movie, she died. She died in a car accident. They just reported that like an hour ago. He's from Jacksonville. Oh,
Oh.
I know him. Mm. And also, the world. Well, that girl who claimed to be a doctor just did the Netflix little situation with her her cap and gown on. Girl, somebody said they found that exact cap and gown and hood for like $84 on Amazon. I just really need I just really need, in the day and age of, AI, and and faking it till you make it, I need people to be fucking for real. I
The
really
girl
need
who
people.
claimed to be a psychiatrist?
Yeah, Chanel, what's her name? Cheyenne
Yeah,
Bryant.
Cheyenne. Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Sh- Mrs. Miss Cheyenne Bryant. Yeah, she did that challenge with her little get up on that don't look real. And I really want somebody from that school to be like, yeah, is this what y'all shit would look like when y'all graduated? You know? But why you just can't produce the paper? Why you can't produce why you can't produce the documents? Why you can't,
She's
where's the
still trying to
dissertation?
prove it.
Girl. Because and
And
what's so
we so
crazy,
moved on now.
right?
We
And
are
what's so
so moved on.
listen. What's so funny is I don't know why at the beginning of today, earlier today, I was like, damn, what happened to old girl? Because of all the stuff that's happening with Twitter and things and people relationships coming out or whatever, that happened to pop up in my head. Like, what the fuck? She just rode off into the sunset just for her to bring it back. Girl, sit down, go away. Somebody said, notice how no university name. I know that's right. Why is she blinking so much? A
What's
lot of parents
lying?
tell her.
Because she think people are stupid. And it's like, girl, too many people have graduated with shit like that. I'm sorry, you not the only one, girl. You just ordered that shit on the goddamn internet.
Yeah, you don't have to prove you nothing to order a cap and gown. You don't have to send your transcript in or nothing. You just order it.
And get a blank one. Look,
Yeah.
when I tell you she just as bad as Target, doing everything but apologizing, doing everything but producing the goddamn degree. Goodbye.
And we done been moved on.
Mm-hmm. This is
Girl.
embarrassing. She should, like, are you not embarrassed? Like, girl.
Apparently not.
Mm-mm. Well, thank you for that, Libra Queen, honey. Girl. Somebody pray for her.
This little girl is cute. Poor thing.
I know. Poor thing. She was only 19 years old, man.
Mm,
Her name was Kaylee Hoddle.
mm.
It says so her father was the one that confirmed it.
So sad.
Hmm. Rest in peace, young
Baby,
lady.
you never know. You just never know when it's your time. Such a young life snuffed out.
Yep.
We had a young lady here, a boxer, who was run over riding her bike, and they say the guy went past the group, backed his truck up, and ran over like it was on purpose. It
It
wasn't.
was. We talked about that yesterday. He
What
was.
was I doing?
Well, I think you were. That was like one of our last
That was
stories.
after I left. Oh, oh my gosh.
Yep, his name was I think was it something Medina or something like that. But yeah,
Oh,
they got it was a road rage incident. She was riding her bike and he like purposely backed into her, and that's how she died.
oh my God.
Little nasty fucker.
These people, people is wilding out here for real. A lot of people hate bicyclists, and I don't know why. Maybe because they ride in the street, or maybe
Listen, I do not hate bicyclists,
me
but
either.
I do not appreciate the fact that the laws make them the same as cars,
Cars, yeah.
especially where I'm at currently. And these motherfuckers be in there taking a sweet ass time, fucking up traffic, zipping in and out. If you gonna make your choice, either you gonna be a car or you gonna be on the side. You can't be dipping and dodging around because you ain't got no fucking bumpers. And if I tap you, then I'm going to jail. But if you cutting in front of me and I can't see you and I tap you, then I don't get no
Yeah.
reprieve. Ain't no fucking way.
I think it's kind of infuriating when they actually ride in the middle of the lane. Where I live, there's a long, like 4 lane street, coming near me. And on the weekends, like on a Sunday morning, I would be getting off work. There was this group of bicyclists, and they would ride in one lane, like taking up the whole lane. Well, I noticed they didn't do that for very long, because there's shoulders actually on both sides of this major. It's a major street, and I guess people were they was pissing people off, and I get it. Like ride on the shoulder. You even though you're considered a car, you can't be blocking traffic because this pisses people off, and road rage is for real. You have no protection against a car knocking the shit out of you. And I get it. You think, hey, I'm in the right. This is the law, whatever. But people don't care about that when you make them mad. They want you to get out of the way. And sometimes these cyclists, I think, they invite anger when they do this, even though they're in the right. That doesn't stop you from getting hurt. And they need to realize that that's not gonna the law is not gonna protect you from getting hurt. That person, yeah, they might go to jail afterwards, but now you all broke up or dead, because cyclists get killed regularly. Ron, you taking your life in your hands. We don't have a whole lot of bike lanes, and the ones we do have, cars go in there. So even that is not a protection. They did a whole news story on the bike lane one time, and the reporter was riding in, and a damn car hit the reporter. So these people just
Honestly, if
don't
you're in
care.
Texas, I wouldn't even want to ride a bike
No, no,
to
not a
be because the
bicycle.
way them
Mm-mm.
people crazy.
They road rage too much around here, and even now, people seem more angry, more irritated on the road against other cars, much less a damn bicycle. So
They said it's high, the gas high, food high.
you in the
Damn.
way.
Take your ass out the way because I'm just trying to get to my destination so I can cut off my car. You ain't got
Yeah,
no goddamn money on this, okay? Shit.
yeah, they
Because
be
you want to
pissed off.
go 2 miles an hour.
Well, even if you're going to, I mean, she's a professional bike rider. Even if you're going 20, that's still slower than a car, on most roads.
I said
You in the
two
way.
miles.
Texas ain't safe in
It's not.
general
It's not
for a
safe. No.
car. But
Yeah.
for you to get
Listen, and them little Vespas too. The little Vespas, the e-bike. And now I can deal with a little e-bike because the e-bike, be
Yeah, it can
hitting me.
kind of go. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be zoom zoom, and I'd be like, yeah, get your ass out my way. Okay, I can do that. But yeah, them little Vespas, little e-bikes. bicycling. Yo, you can't if you cannot sustain a pedal that's gonna get you over a certain speed, which most of them can't.
Can't.
Take your ass out the way immediately. Hurry up. Use that crosswalk.
Well,
Quit
this
playing
group of
with people.
cyclists, they look professional and everything, and they were going at a good speed, but the speed limit on this street is 50. They wasn't going 50. You know what I'm saying? They can't outbike a car, and they did that maybe 3, 4 weekends in a row. And I noticed they wasn't there no more. So I guess they learned. Yeah, we can't take up a lane. That people don't like it. You ain't the first group of bicyclists that's been intentionally hit either. Yeah, that was a pretty sad story though.
Yeah, it was. Her name was Hannah Rapp.
Anna, yeah, I had no idea who she was. Apparently a boxer, but I don't know her. But yeah, that's a sad situation for him to do it on purpose. Now accidents do happen, but on purpose to intentionally run over someone out of anger, that's pretty fucked up right there. Now you can just sit in your jail cell and be mad. You ain't going nowhere now. So what good is that? You kill someone out of rage, and now you're not going nowhere. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh, y'all, so I got two stories that actually just broke.
Just. Uh-oh. What?
Well, because we just talked about Kimora Lee earlier, how I was celebrate her. Ooh, men and women in male dominated fields, honey. It actually shows that that was a clerical error. She does not want Tim to have full primary custody. Hold on,
Oh. Yeah,
let
that
me
was
get.
kind
Listen,
of
when I saw that
nasty.
earlier, I was thinking, yeah, she said, I done raised all the kids I'm going to raise. You can get this last one. That's what
Well,
I
that
saw.
did sound kind of raggedy though for her
Yeah.
to say that. I mean,
I mean,
I get it, but
in her elder age, she probably was like, that's what I thought and saw when I saw it. I was like, I know that's right, girl. Get them to do the
well,
job and be a
yeah,
visiting parent, be a visiting mother.
that did sound kind of raggedy still.
Tim is in jail. What the hell is
What?
Tim is in?
Ooh.
Girl,
Yeah.
I'm reading this caption from it's on site. Hey, Raj, shout out to Riley, my former boss. But it says, turns out there's more to the story on Kimora Lee Simmons and Tim Leisner's custody situation. After early reports suggested Kimora's divorce filing checked the box for Tim to receive primary legal and physical custody of their 11-year-old son, Wolf, TMZ is now reporting that was simply a clerical error. A source close to the situation says Kimora has had full custody of Wolf since she and Tim separated in 2020, and nothing about that arrangement has changed. The confusion stemmed from her official response to Tim's divorce petition, which mistakenly had the wrong box checked. Kimora is seeking spousal support and legal fees from Tim as part of the filing. And by the way, Tim is in jail.
Mm.
I'm like, huh? They, Raw, you like TMZ, girl, just sprinkling the last little piece of important tea at the very last sentence. Girl, what you mean? Let me go look this up, girl. Why the hell is Tim Lies in jail?
Oh my gosh.
Why is Tim Leisner in jail? Let's see what Google AI tells. Oh, embezzle and with none other than who? Jolo, bitch.
Well, yeah, that sounds typical.
Girl.
Money.
It says Tim Leisner is in federal prison for his role in a multi-billion-dollar scheme to embezzle $4.5 billion from Malaysia's 1MDB sovereign wealth fund. The former Goldman Sachs executive pled guilty to foreign bribery and money laundering conspiracies in 2018 and is serving a 2-year sentence at the Allenwood facility in Pennsylvania.
Oh, so he been in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so how you gonna pay spousal support? Well, he won't be in there long.
Yep, because he went in based off of this article on NBC News. He went in May. He gets it's an article from May 30th last year saying he gets 2 years in prison. So I suspect he's going to be out next year, or maybe early with good behavior. Damn, I did not know Tim was in jail, honey. So yeah, he can't take custody of nobody when he in jail. So yeah, that most certainly was a clerical error.
Definitely. Like, come on, yeah. How they get that wrong?
Well, thank y'all for those pieces. Oh, and I said I had another piece of tea as well. Hold on, let me get this one. Anthony Edwards. This just broke. Remember, he had a bunch of back and forth with Aisha. Y'all should see where it says here NBA star Anthony Edwards scores in child support battle over 1 year old. So, NBA star Anthony Edwards scored a victory in his never ending battle with his baby mama Aisha Howard after a Georgia judge ruled on child support for their 1 year old daughter, TMZ has learned. According to court documents obtained by TMZ, a Georgia judge ordered the Minnesota Timberwolves star to pay $3,222 a month in child support. In 2023, Anthony signed a 5 year deal with the Timberwolves worth over $200 million. Aisha's monthly income was listed as zero. The judge noted Aisha did not appear at trial and provided no evidence to back up her claims. Per the docs, Anthony has been paying child support since January 2025, beginning with an initial payment of $20,000, followed by $5,000 a month through the date of trial. Anthony paid a total of $110,000 in child support so far. As TMZ previously reported, Aisha filed a child support case in California, while Anthony filed his in Georgia. He claimed Aisha had no ties to California, despite her claims otherwise. He claimed she filed the case in Los Angeles in an attempt to get a higher child support award. In court, Anthony's lawyers argued Aisha kept dragging out the case and asked the judge to not allow her to file additional motions in the California case. The court ended up siding with Anthony when determining that the child support would be set in Georgia. Damn. So you see what happened when you play, girl? Because was already getting he was look paying. Well, I ain't gonna say out of the kindness of his heart, but was already paying $5,000, and now he's only ordered to pay under that. And girl,
Look,
And her
that
income
this
is
happened to
zero.
somebody else.
Also, France has banned social media from children under 15, and I'm here for that as well. Amen.
There was a story about a chick who hus or ex whatever was paying child support, or not even child support, was paying her just on his own. And he fell on some hard times. Everything seemed to be copacetic. He was like, "Hey, let me get back on my feet, and I'll start. I'll get back to paying you, but let me, do this real quick because I fell on some hard times." She said, went and then went and filed child support on him instead of working with him. You know what the heifer got? $13. See,
A
when you
week.
be
I saw
greedy
that.
and nasty, that's what shit happened. You
Yep.
could have just let the man been paying,
He was paying like a
no
hundred
problem.
dollars a week.
I think it was even a little more than that.
Yeah, but he didn't have a lot, but he was paying her every week. And like you say, fell on hard times. And she took him to court and they reduced it to damn near nothing.
$13 a month, bitch. And that's all you get now. Huh? Well, that's your bad. Don't be greedy. Y'all don't be nasty.
Yeah.
Especially if somebody's doing right by you anyway. Don't be nasty. Don't try and act like one of these other heifers out here in the street and then you get your little feelings hurt. Oh well.
I guess she wanted all this little chick. He ain't had no money. Obviously, if the support order was $13, I mean he ain't got no money. Like, what are you doing? Why would you put
Heifers
yourself in
be
that bind?
Cause heifers be stupid.
y'all stop letting them broke niggas shoot up y'all club, honey. Ugh.
And you know what? That part too, but he was actually doing right by her. And then she wanted to be nasty. I mean,
Because
I
he
don't know
couldn't
how
afford it.
Anthony Edwards got reduced because he got money, but girl, don't be greedy. You're gonna get your feelings hurt.
Because maybe the Georgia courts only consider what's really necessary to actually support a child. Not because you got millions of dollars, they gonna give you 100,000 a month just because you got it. That's not necessary to support a child. So maybe that's why she was in L.A. trying to, finesse the courts in L.A. Like you said. Talking about she ain't got no income. She know she was trying to come up.
Hmm. He said, I might have $0, honey, but this puss worth $1 million. Let me give you a
Hey,
bag.
Yeah,
clearly it
huh?
ain't.
Clearly.
Clearly it ain't.
Get
And
a get a job.
and shame on these niggas for fucking with these girls and knowing they trying to get babies so they can get money out of y'all. Y'all stupid for still doing it.
They know
Y'all
this.
y'all just get whatever y'all deserve.
Mm. So let me be like the other girlies and have a baby for an athlete. I'm about to get paid, girl. Mm-hmm. You thought.
I have to say now, usually I don't put like anything that has to do with Drake. I tend to not want to encourage that. But when we read about him, it was a girl that tried to get the juice out of the condom, honey, and he was like, you know what? I feel like she might try it, so he put some hot sauce in there when
Yeah.
she tried to turkey baste herself. And let's
Well,
just say it
that's what
wasn't
she
the turkey.
fucking getting. Oh yeah, I ain't the one to be sticking up for Drake, but that's what your ass get. You thought you was slick.
Hmm.
That's who you nasty heifers. Oh my god, y'all something else. That's set that little cootie cat on fire. That's what your ass get.
I
Trying to
wonder if it was.
turkey base from the fucking condo.
Well, no, he wasn't in North Carolina, so it definitely wasn't Texas Pete. Mm. Shout out to Texas Pete. We love Texas Pete here. And then it actually hurt my soul when I learned that Texas Pete don't come out of Texas. I'm like, well, what do you mean? I thought that was our connection to Texas in some way, and
Oh, really?
it's just the name, but it's so good. Well, that honey. Any other stories that might have popped up on y'all timeline before we head up out of here?
I can't think of anything.
Yes. Okay. So we had a fuck you song and I can't think of anything song.
I'm singing today, baby.
Oh, so Texas Pete came from Winston Salem, along with Krispy Kreme donuts. Ow! Shout out to Winston Salem. Who else is from? I think Rolanda Watt. She's from Winston Salem also.
Well, y'all can take them Krispy Kreme donuts back to Winston.
What do you mean?
Not your feelings got
What?
hurt.
Huh? What you say
That's
now?
the worst donuts. Ugh.
Oh man,
What?
yeah.
Huh?
Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Have you not
Mm-hmm.
heard of Dunkin'? What? What are you talking
Thank
about?
you, Duncan Shipley's. Take that Krispy Kreme back.
What? What?
Dunkin' is horrible. Dunkin' is a dumb one.
You
Oh,
don't.
'Cause
Thank
I
you.
have only ever heard that like in New York, like because somebody said that in New York before, and I thought they were crazy. Like my mind is blown. Like, huh? Wow. I, I don't have words. Well,
Man,
what do you mean?
you
Take them back to Winston-Salem?
you eat liver pudding, so you don't count.
Yes, all North Carolinians eat liver pudding because it's delish.
You don't count.
Oh God, I'm shocked. Wow. I've never heard nobody because I can admit that they are like terribly sweet. They are sweet as they probably the
Mm,
sweetest damn donut out there. But huh?
like cake. Mm-mm.
So good. Mm.
Mm.
just light and airy, just right off the conveyor belt.
Oh,
Ah,
baby,
mwah.
when that hot sign is on, you will see me out there.
Mm.
Well, you can have them.
Thank you, Chilla. I eat yours, baby. I come from an area, baby. They used to do like fundraisers, like especially in middle school and high school. And I had a couple of dollars on me, get you like a whole dozen for $3, girl, and then be sick as hell because we done ate that damn whole box and oh, girl. Oh
Ugh.
my.
Mm-mm. They
Well,
like
I
a
thank
rock
you
with
all.
ice.
Oh, so sorry, bro.
They like eating a rock with icing.
Oh, no,
That's a Dunkin' donut. Don't. No.
no, a soft, pillowy, like with ice. Ooh. Well, thank you all for taking time out of your busy day to come and sip tea with me. We will be back tomorrow, starting at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another live show if you can make it. Don't forget to subscribe to a bitch. Head over to auntiederrick.com, hit the big green subscribe button at the top left, and join my free mailing list. And until tomorrow, I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your day.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.